Hello, and thanks for tuning in to the Now On podcast. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this podcast so you never miss a new release, and leave a review for us, as those help us with search rankings and show up in search results. And please share this with your friends. You can also feel free to support the production of this podcast by going to nowonpodcast.com and clicking on support. With that, thanks again, and let's get into episode 3. Take off your damn mask. The masks we wear today when we go out in public are meant to protect us from a virus. This virus we may have within us that we don't even know is there and can't even recognize it until symptoms become evident. And that's if symptoms become evident. But I'm here to say definitively that we need to take our masks off. Masks are killing us. And the evidence of this is irrefutable. When we wear masks to shield us from pain and hide ourselves, we live lives constantly seeking others' approval instead of stepping into who we are as individuals, rough edges and all. Of course, I chose the title and the theme of this episode intentionally, given that there's a mask-wearing debate raging in our country right now. But I hope you're getting that I'm not talking about the physical facial coverings many places, especially in Phoenix, where I live, have strongly encouraged and even mandated to slow the spread of COVID-19. Provocative titles tend to draw people in, but now that you're here, and now that you know that I plan on discussing a different kind of mask that's killing you, I hope you'll continue listening and draw a message from this talk. The truth is, we are all wearing masks. We wear masks all the time. And in most cases, the masks we wear are meant to protect ourselves from inadvertently exposing who we truly are to others. Masks keep us and keep us protected and keep the infection of judgment and pain from permeating our protective barriers or whatever we've set. These masks act as muzzles to our mouths, cages for our thoughts, and prisons for our hearts. We think masks protect us from pain, and from a tactical viewpoint, they actually do that. But in the long term, we suffer excruciating agony of failing to live as we truly are. We also deny others from experiencing us as well. And we fail to set an example for those who are looking for someone to emulate. We will never be quoted. We will never be modeled after. And our masks keep us exceptionally average and unrecognizable. I want you to take your mask off, but in order to do so, it's important to recognize why you put that mask on in the first place. We hide who we are when we don't think we are enough. We assume that if we speak, feel, and think in ways that are true to us, we will be judged and thought less of. And that can be scary because there's a real pain there. You made yourself vulnerable only to have it received with judgment. And maybe the people who judged you, you felt you could be most vulnerable and open to. I know people who have closed themselves off. I know people who have closed themselves off for the rest of their lives from one comment made by a family member, a spouse, a close friend, or a teacher. And these wounds do not heal easily. And when they do, if they do, they're scarred. And the mask goes on. We resolve to never let ourselves be vulnerable or open again because it only leads to pain. And that's kind of the conclusion that we reach because we isolate these moments of pain or when something doesn't go right, and we totally disregard the times in which being vulnerable or open to others has led to positive interaction or positive exchange. So our minds are a bit selective in that regard. And our brains are hardwired to avoid pain and suffering. We were built this way millions of years ago, and it's still instinctive to avoid pain rather than pursue happiness and fulfillment. Our instinct is to survive, not thrive. And this is why making ourselves vulnerable is so damn hard, and why putting on massive protection is so easy and frankly natural. In that sense, give yourself some grace. It's natural to shield yourself from pain, and it's counter to millions of years of evolution to do otherwise. And it makes those moments when you truly are vulnerable and genuine with others all that much more spectacular. So what we're really talking about here is training. How do you train your mind to reject its instinct to be fearful of pain and prepare it for the risks that come with being your authentic self? These are the things we're planning on getting into. I have a few steps that I think we can walk through and at least dissect a little bit. But before that, we're going to skip to a quick message from our sponsor, and then we'll get right to it.